There once was a young man filled with testosterone and ambition named United States of America. He became extremely successful in nearly every aspect of his life. However, the U.S. lacked the quality his former lover, one he was deeply fond of, and vice versa, the exotic olive-skinned woman named Cuba, had of making an impact in others through her fervent passion, especially for the arts. This became apparent in street get-togethers where she was always the life of the party, such a great dancer, whereas the U.S. was a pretty clumsy dancer, choosing to nurse a beer bottle from afar, standing with his back towards the wall, looking on and wishing, oh, how much he could have those moves, that ability to make friends, quality friends, not ones purely interested in his money. While Cuba, having recently ended a dragging relationship with the powerfully rich, though cold, magnate named Russia, the man the U.S. actually found this woman in bed with a while back, that ultimately led to their breakup, she now lovingly looks back at the U.S., her clumsy, awkward former man, the true love of her life. The two had a major falling out. Cheating is a serious affair, as we all know. But the passion the two lovers shared for their pastime, baseball, was something they always, and I mean always, admired about each other. They both excelled to be the best baseballers in their streets. Now, as the world turned and turned again, the two are back together. But a new passion arose in their lives: football. In all seriousness now, when it comes to football, a sport that the U.S. and Cuba never really cared much for until these past 20 years, Cuban defectors will always remain an issue until physical, visible political changes take place, until the U.S. assists them in an ideas exchange program, something seriously benefiting both lands. Cuba, a nation of amazingly talented and dedicated athletes, I mean, just look at their Olympic medals count, will remain under the radar football-wise. With the Cuban-American population once again on the rise as the older, more hard-headed population diminishes, young Cuban nationals with an already different view towards the United States, over 50% of the island nation of 11 million, shares the same values Americans do. The potential for strengthening American football academies is incredible. The U.S. has infrastructure, Cuba has driven athletes. This issue is complicated, true. It involves politics, and politics is always a different kind of monster. But as Cuban ideologies shift towards a more U.S.-friendly outlook, so does the American population's view on immigration, especially illegal immigration, where 72% of this country believes illegals already here should have a way to stay legally. Additionally, 83% of Americans also believe that there shouldn't be a national law enforcement effort to deport those living an honorable, decent life in the country. An incredibly different scenario than, say, 20, 30 years ago. And believe me, the population's outlook on these issues, matter. Times have changed. Growing up in Miami, I only had one Cuban teammate in my school's football team. Now you walk around Little Havana, and it's Barcelona and Real Madrid shirts all over. Also, nobody wants to take baseball away. It's tradition, and tradition never goes away. But as we enter deeper into an age where endless amounts of information are at our grasp, maybe we'll be able to call football Cuban tradition as well in about 50 years, as it should happen to the United States even sooner. Do you guys think that this is possible? Let me know below in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Till next time.